What's up, Taiwan? I'm Betty Chen with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. The U.S. has published a final version of a bill that will see Taiwan receive $10 billion in security grants over the next 5 years. Under the annual National Defense Authorization Act, Taiwan will receive $2 billion every year from 2023 to 2027. The money is conditional on Taiwan increasing its own defense spending. The bill also authorizes a $100 million regional stockpile of weapons for Taiwan in the event of conflict. The final version does not include more controversial proposals made by U.S. lawmakers during negotiations. Those include Washington designating Taiwan as major non-NATO ally. The bill is expected to pass Congress and be signed into law this month. The U.S. has proposed supplying Taiwan with advanced Patriot missiles. That's according to a Bloomberg report. The weapons would be an upgrade to an earlier arms package. Patriot missiles are considered an integral part of the country's missile defense. But what exactly are they? To find out, our reporter Jaime Opkan spoke to Xu Tianran, a missile expert at a Vienna-based open nuclear network.
Can you first tell us what are Patriot missiles and why they are important for Taiwan's missile defense?
Patriot missile, it started as a long-range anti-aircraft missile system. And when we say PAC, it means Patriot advanced capabilities. So now Taiwan has two iterations of these Patriot missile systems. The one that's been allowed to be shot in Taiwan Islands during military drills are the PAC-2. And PAC-2 has some limited capabilities against ballistic missiles. Its primary role is to hit air-breathing targets, meaning like aircraft and cruise missiles and other targets that are powered by a jet engine. The other iteration is called the PAC-3. They are dedicated anti-ballistic missile systems. So the difference between the PAC-2 and PAC-3 mainly is that PAC-3, they have no warhead. So they only kill incoming targets with their kinetic energies. That means in order to intercept the missile, they must hit the incoming missile directly.
There are some estimates that the Patriot missiles themselves can defend about 70% of the population of Taiwan on the main island. Is this true? And do we know what the system protects in general?
It starts from Taipei first 3 batteries in Taipei, and then gradually more batteries are coming and deployed for the populations and infrastructures in middle of the island and the southern part of the island. And as you said, all the batteries, they are like positioned on one side of the island because that's where the most people live and where most of the important infrastructures are located. So people or infrastructures on the other side of the central mountains, you cannot properly defend because the terrains have blocked the radar's line of sight. And that is why. So the range circles is only for reference. They should probably covers like 70% of the population, meaning that the PAC-3 are deployed in such a manner that it can protect the most densely populated areas of Taiwan.
That was Jaime Opkan speaking to Xu Tianran of the Open Nuclear Network in Vienna. Vice President Lai Ching-te on Thursday said he will stand for leadership of Taiwan's ruling Democratic Progressive Party, or DPP. Lai, who tested positive for COVID-19 on Wednesday, is the first person to declare they're running for DPP chair. President Tsai Ing-wen stepped down as party chair following the party's losses in local elections last month. Party members will elect their new chair in January. The next leader will have the task of guiding the party towards the presidential election in just over a year. A new documentary by award-winning director Kevin Lee is challenging how people view Taiwan's democracy. The film, called 020, explores how the country's politics have changed since 2014, when student protesters occupied the legislature. Lee spent 8 years following the country's lawmakers and filming behind the scenes to produce the documentary. Stosh Butler has the story.
A pivotal moment in Taiwan's democracy. Demonstrators stormed the national legislature in 2014 to protest a controversial trade pact with China, a move that empowered a new generation of political activists. Named after one of its most memorable symbols, the Sunflower Movement gave rise to a new political party, whose members often clash with veteran politicians. But 8 years since emerging from the Sunflower Movement, the new Power Party has only 3 members in the legislature, and people on the streets of Taipei are not sure what the protests achieved.
过了这么多年，我们的选战也没进步啊。
我觉得都差不多，一直都觉得差不多。
Now, award-winning director Kevin Lee is asking the same question in a new documentary.
我们的立法委员，很多人你问他说啊，立法委员职权是什么啊？就选民服务啊。立委的答案千奇百怪啊，所以你就可以看到台湾的民主深化了吗？
Lee has spent 8 years following Taiwanese lawmakers, and he says for many, politics has simply become a popularity contest.
你是要被选民推着走，还是带领选民往前走？ 这件事情就会变得非常重要。但是我们看到台湾这些年来很多的政治人物，为了声量，他选择不是带领选民往前走，而是被选民推着走。
Lee says he wants Taiwanese people to think about what democracy and freedom really mean. Taiwan's next presidential vote will fall on the 10th anniversary of the 2014 Sunflower Movement. It'll be up to voters then to decide how the protest's legacy survives. Andy Xue, Easton Chen, Butler for TaiwanPlus.
A Taiwanese philanthropist is on the BBC's list of 100 most influential women of the year. Zheng Yan is the founder of the Buddhist humanitarian organization Tzu Chi. She was born in 1937 near Taiwan's central city of Taichung. In 1966, Zheng Yan founded Tzu Chi in eastern Hualien County with 30 housewives to help families in need. Tzu Chi now has millions of followers around the world. It provides disaster relief and medical aid. It also runs hospitals and schools. Zheng Yan is considered one of the most influential figures in modern Taiwanese Buddhism. Taiwan's agriculture minister said it has detected H5N1 bird flu in the south of the country. That follows an outbreak of the virus last month on a duck farm in the northeast. The H5N1 virus is brought to Taiwan by migratory birds. Contact with the feces of infected birds can lead to outbreaks on poultry farms. The Agriculture Ministry has been testing samples from both wild birds and farmed poultry to track the virus and prevent its spread. It says the current cases are isolated, but that more will need to be done to contain the virus over the winter as more migratory birds come into contact with poultry.
到昨天为止，已经检测出6个点。那6个点里面，其中有3个点是在排遗，也就是在湿地里面的排遗检测到的。那另外3个是进到我们的鸭场里面来，加强监控，加强消毒。然后如果有疫情的话，一定要立刻清除。
Stunning images have emerged of cloud formations above the mountains of central Taiwan. It's the result of falling temperatures. The cold air makes the clouds drop and gather on the surface of mountains. When it gets colder at night, the clouds will drop even further to just above Sun Moon Lake. Weather forecasters say temperatures in Taiwan's capital could go as low as 14 degrees Celsius next week, but central and southern Taiwan will remain warm. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, today we leave you with images of a British Christmas classic pantomime. The actors here are performing in the London Eye. I'm Betty Chen. Take care and see you next time.